Hello and welcome to my channel. This super pretty design is a very easy and elegant birthday card. It looks a lot harder than it is, but the trick is using embellishments that I got from the dollar store to make things very easy to come together. I'm also going to show you in this video how to use the stamp positioning tool to help you align two-step stamps. This card design is going to be for my cousin, as you can tell from this little tag, and I hope that Tiffany enjoys getting this card. I'm a little late with her birthday, but I hope she understands. Let me move this out of the way and show you how to create this card design. Now let me show you the inks that this design uses. It looks like a lot, but it's really just, it's fine. And if you don't have these inks, you can use whatever inks you did have. This is Memento inks. I have Rosebud, Pear Tart, Angel Pink, Sweet Plum, Potter's Clay, and Bamboo Leaves. If you didn't have 2 shades of green and 2 shades of pink, I can show you how to use just 1 shade of each to achieve the 2-color effect. Just remind me of that. And I also have Versafine Onyx Black. Okay, let me set this aside for a second. And the stamp sets I'm using today is going to be Painted Inspiration by Altenew. I'm going to use the, the Itty Bitty Banners stamp set by Stampin Up and the matching die. And Stippled Blossoms, Stampin Up. This is the 2-color stamp set that I'm going to show you how to use. And an all-over background stamp from Stampin Up called Hardwood. Also for the little tag, I'm using a stamp set called Family Titles from Pebbles Inc. I'm also going to be showing you how to use a stamp-a-ma-jig, and here it is. This is a stamp positioner tool, and it has the handle and a film which you use to help you line up the stamps, and I'll show you that as we go through it. I also have some doilies. These I got from Joann. They come in many colors, and Stampin' Up has a doily also, which is available, and it's a little smaller than this one, but I do not have those. I'm also going to be using some bows, and I got these bows 100 for like $2 from Amazon. And the star of the show, the Stampin' Up, oh, I'm way out of frame, I'm so sorry, the dollar embellishments. So these are really pretty and very intricate and sparkly, and I love them. As I said, this whole set just $1, and they're 3D embellishments. Also going to be using some rhinestones. So I think that's it. So let me move these things away and show you how to create this card. All right. The first thing I want to do is talk about this 2-step stamp. A 2-step stamp is a stamp set that you have the different sections which go together and create a more detailed picture. In this case, we have the background for the rose, and then the detail for the rose, and the background for the leaf, and the detail for the leaf. There's also this little cherry here, and also a smaller flower and a smaller leaf. So, in order to get this effect, you're going to need to use a stamp positioner. You can do it without it, but it is a lot easier to do it. So I'm going to show you how to do this using the 2-color inks, and then I'll show you how to use it with just 1. But the first thing we need to do is get the ink, which I forgot to bring. Sorry. To get a black ink that doesn't stain, don't use StazOn for this. Now this has 2 sides. One side is smooth and one side is rough. So you take the handle and you hold it in place, and you take the film. I hope you can see this because it's pretty hard to see, and you put it right in the corner of the tool, and you stamp the detail with the black, and you put this right into the corner of the handle, and make sure you hold the film so it doesn't move, and you put it straight in the corner and straight down and straight up. I don't think you can see that, so I'm going to lift it with this little piece of paper under it, and there you go. There is the detail. So now I'm going to turn it to the other side, and I'm going to also stamp the detail for the leaf because I need to do the same thing. So put it back in place, straight down and straight up. And this is a slick surface, so if you touch it, your image is going to blur, so be really careful that you don't touch it, and then you'll get black ink all over your hands, and next thing you know you're touching your work, and then it's not going to be a good day for you. So let me clean this black off real quick. That's that one. Whoops, it moved. Now that's a bad thing happening. The way this works is it will let you stamp based on where the stamp is on the block. And since I accidentally moved that, I'm going to have to stamp this again because it will no longer be accurate. So I'm glad you saw that. I got to get the ink back that I put back. Okay, hold that. Straight down, straight up. This time I'll be a little bit more careful with the cleaning so I don't move the stamp. Okay. Now bring in the white, and I'm first going to stamp the outline, and I'm going to stamp that in the lighter color. And because this is a very full stamp with a lot of covered area, you want to be really sure that you get a good coverage all across it. Okay, I think that's good. And I want it to be in this corner a little bit crooked. Okay. Pressing really hard, and wait just a second for the ink to transfer. And I got a good one. Okay. Now, take the outline of the stamp and just twist it around, move it until it lines up where you want it to be. And I'm going to turn that a little bit. Okay, so you can look right through this and you can really see easily how to line this up. And then once you have it, you hold the paper and the film and bring the handle back in. And now stamp the detail. And this time, of course, I'm using the darker color. And move the film out the way. I almost messed that up. Straight down, hold it, and straight up. And there you are. Pick that up. Very easy to do. Now let me get another piece of paper and show you how to do it if you only had the one color. I'm also going to need a piece of scrap paper real quick. Okay, so I'm pretending I don't have the lighter color, and I'm going to take the, oh, it got away from me there. I'm going to clean this stamp real quick. Take the solid image and stamp it in the dark color. Again, making sure I got a full coverage, and that's good. Now here's my scrap paper. I'm going to stamp that on the scrap paper once. And now, without cleaning the stamp it directly onto my work paper. And there you go. Very easy. And everything else is the same from this point on. You bring in the stamping tool, set that aside, it's not needed, and line this up. Okay, turn that a little bit. Okay, and again the detail. I need another hand. Straight down and straight up. There you go. Now you see the two side by side. Very simple, and the two look almost identical, even though I was using a lighter pink. Okay, that's how you use a stamp-a-ma-jig. So let me move on with the next step. Now I'm going to do the leaves for this design, and it's done the exact same way, so I'll just speed right through this part. Okay, and now I want to do a little bit of border for the inside. So for this I'm going to need my Micron pen and a ruler, and I'm just going to eyeball this. It's no real right way or wrong way, and just do what looks nice to you, I think. So I'm going to use my grid map to help me line this up. And I often make mistakes at this point, so here's hoping. There we go. I think I did pretty good. Okay, so now I'm going to use my other stamp positioner tool, my Misty, and I'm going to stamp the inside part, the sentiment. And I need to double check the placement of that. It's fine. And this is going to be with the Sweet Plum. And because I'm using my stamp positioner, if I don't get a good full imprint the first time, I could do it a second time. But I did pretty good, I think. So that's good like that. Okay, and while I have this out, I'm going to take and struggle to pick this piece of paper up. I'm going to stamp the other stamp for family, because this is a very solid background stamp where the white is inverted from the green. So I want to make sure that if I don't get a good impression the first time, I can come right back in with the stamp positioner and it'll still be in the same place. If you felt really comfortable, you could eyeball this, of course, but I am not that kind of person. So I did a good stamping, but I want that to be a little bit darker. So there. But of course this says family and I wanted it to say cousin, so I'm going to stamp that again with the proper stamp. Flip it over. Remember, all paper is two-sided. I might just edit this part out. Who knows? We'll see. Okay, now we have cousin. that to the door. Make sure that didn't move. And I'm not happy with that, so that's why we're using the stamp positioner. Okay. Much better. Clean this off real quick. And while I have that, I'm going to stamp the happy birthday. And I need the black for that one. A little bit off the screen, but it's fine. Okay. There we go. All right. Now I'm going to move all this stuff away. Clean this real quick. And I'm going to take scissors and trim this part out because I don't have a die to cut this. And I'm going to use the Fiskars, the Stampin Up Itty Bitty Banners and cut that out. Be right back. And another thing I'm going to show you, I'm really going through a lot of stuff today, but don't panic, is another stamp positioning tool. This is the Tim Holtz stamp positioner, and I think he calls it a stamping platform. This works just like the Misty, except it has a little bit of a benefit that the Misty does not. And that is going to be to allow you to do large size stamps on this over large platform that you see here. I have a piece of paper here, and it comes with these two magnets, whereas for the Misty I had to buy the magnets. Wow, that was a strange sound. So you have all of this area here to work with, and I've covered it because the stamp is larger than my work area. And right here you see the word rubber. I think you can see that. Let me see if I can lift it a little bit. There we go. See, it says rubber here, and inverted you see clear here. In order to use the Misty tool, let me bring that back, it has this pad which you lift it out to do the rubber stamps, and you put it back in to do the photopolymer. The Tim Holtz stamp positioner, you lift the whole door, it comes right out. And let's see, it should be easy to do, but I've got the stamp on it, so I don't want to mess it up. Okay, come on, you're being videotaped, so stop fooling around. Ah, there we go. Okay, so when you're doing a photopolymer, you just turn it around and it'll pop right back in, and then you work from that side. Okay, it should come in very easy. This is brand new. This is only the second time I've used it, so everything's a little tight still, I think, but we need this side. So rather than take the little mat out and put it in again and again, you just flip the door for this one. Okay, so that's that. I'm not going to use the magnets for this case because I'm going to be using, uh-oh, they went together. Could anything else go wrong today? I will deal with you later, magnets. I'm going to just go ahead and go right through and soldier through. So I have this piece of paper to protect my work surface, and I'm going to just shove that in the corner and turn it this way. And I don't think I seated it right. There we go. Move it up a little bit. And because this is all over, I'm not going to use the magnets because it would just get in the way. So in the usual case, if you weren't using this very large stamp set, you would want to hold your paper down with the magnets. Okay, for in this case, I'm just going to let friction hold it for me. So I'm taking the potter's clay and I'm going to stamp ink up all over. with the potter's clay. You could use any brown you had, but I thought that the potter's clay made a good match to the brown that is in the embellishment. And just stamp that right on there. Leave that setting for a moment. Give it a good push. Okay. There, very good. All right, clean this real quick because I don't want to make a mess. Now this piece of paper that I have here, I didn't have to use it. I could have just stamped right on the platform because it has an easy cleaning surface, but I prefer not to make a mess if I can help it. So let's move this out of the way. So I have shown you 3 different stamp positioners. There's the Misty tool, the Stamp-a-ma-jig, and now the Tim Holtz platform. You don't have to have all 3. You can get whichever one fits what you're trying to do and fits your budget. Now this is oversized more than I needed because I wanted the stamping to go all the way to the edge. So I'm going to trim this as the first step and then assemble the rest of the card. So I'm going to let the music run while I do this, and I'll talk with you again at the end. That's the finished card. Very quick, very simple. Not too much of me talking today, but I did give you a lot of information with the stamp positioners, and I hope that was useful for you. I'd like to thank you for watching this video with me, and I'd like to thank my brother David for the music that he's provided, and I'd like to wish my cousin Tiffany a happy birthday, albeit belated, but happy birthday, Tiffany. Thanks for watching, everyone. Please subscribe to my channel. You'll find a listing of everything that I use down in the comment section below. Please try this card yourself, and don't be afraid to go to the dollar store. You're already in there getting stuff. I know you are. So go over to the toys and the stationery section, and there are always going to be some kind of embellishments available in that section, and you can find some of the most beautiful embellishments, and it is just $1. And you could see that this is probably prettier than what you would find if you went and spent like $10, $15. Thanks for watching, everyone, and have a great day. Take care.